Ride along in the A36 as I test the new SmartCharts feature available in the Garmin Pilot EFB starting in May 2025. As you'll see in this video, SmartCharts are dynamic charts created from the underlying data that define instrument procedures. They're not electronic copies of the old paper charts that we've been using in our electronic flight bags. Spoiler alert, my experience with SmartCharts so far has me reconsidering my subscription to Jeppesen charts, which I've used for decades. I tested Garmin SmartCharts on a VFR hop from Boeing Field in Seattle to fly a couple of instrument approaches at Hoquiam, Washington, on the Washington coast. Hoquiam is a great airport for instrument practice. It offers a variety of approaches, and the airspace is rarely busy. This video shows how the SmartChart decluttered and simplified the ILS runway 24 approach at Hoquiam, given the transition that I flew from the ULESS initial fix. You can see a top-down view of my aircraft throughout the approach, and also monitor the vertical path in the profile view. Along the way, I'll point out how easy it is to confirm details and brief a procedure using SmartCharts. And I'll also discuss how you can learn more about SmartCharts and point out a few features that I wish were available in SmartCharts.
Okay, I am at a level at 4,500 VFR, headed to Hoquiam. We're just about
United 1417, descend via the Hawk State arrival landing north. The shuttle altimeter
3024,
more than 1 hour old.
ULESS, the initial fix.
Descend via the Hawks landing north, United 1417.
Getting set up for this approach, I've selected the ILS runway 24 with category B minimums per the chart. Details. So all things are available. There were no notices affecting this chart. This approach. We've got the Hoquiam ASOS is tuned. Seattle Center is tuned in number 1 with the
Seattle Boeing 447 390, request transponder check.
We'll go down to
Boeing 447 Seattle Center ident.
Got approach light today, about a 5,000 foot runway. The published mist is a climb straight ahead to 2,500 to the VOR to hold. You would do that with GPS.
Boeing 447, ident receive level 390, step by number. Boeing 447.
So we're looking at the chart now. We're going to ULESS. We've selected that as the transition. I've got VPath set. VNAV set.
Alaska 813, climbing safe at level 340. I maintain 340, Alaska 813, thank you.
And we have the profile view showing. So we're going to cross ULESS at or above 2,300. We'll see what the VPath gives us. It's the top of descent just about there. The first leg on this is a heading leg. You can see by the
Boeing 447 ident. Boeing 447 flash.
On a heading of 183. That shows up in the plan as well. We'll go ahead and now activate this by going direct to ULESS.
Boeing 447 ident received level at 390. Boeing 447.
And it's on the airway anyway, so we're going straight to ULESS. And we have a top of descent basically there. We've got a almost 7 mile leg toward Lamb. Should get us down to the 2300 without a problem. The airplane is ready. We're on the right tank. Lights are on. Gauges are good. Altimeters are set. Let's monitor the CTAF just real quick.
Hoquiam, Bowerman Airport. Automated weather observation 1759er Zulu. Wind 100 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 18 Celsius. Dew point 09er Celsius. Altimeter 3022. Remarks. Density altitude 0.
All right, we've got an update on the altimeter. Since the wind is out of the east, we'll plan on a low approach. We'll start the published miss just to see how the charts work. And then come back around for another approach. We're now getting the preview on the localizer, showing the correct inbound course. The winds up here are a bit of a headwind, but down on the surface apparently a little bit of a tailwind. We'll see what's happening as far as traffic goes up there. There's nobody on the frequency from Seattle Center, so we're going to continue just to monitor them as we head inbound. And then I will switch over to the CTAP so we get a little closer in. You can leave the autopilot in nav mode. It will fly the heading leg as charted.
Tower 3431, descend via the Hawk State arrival landing north, the cell altimeter 3023.
With the Hoquiam
Alright,
VOR up in
descend
number
via
2.
the Hawks 8 north flow, it's got 3431.
Pretty much ready for this, except for our final items. We'll be adjusting power mixture, flaps in, landing gear. So far, this is very nice. This gives you an uncluttered chart. Just the details you need for the route you're flying. We'll see how the profile view works out as we get a little closer in. It won't become active until we get to around LAM. Heading coming up in about a
United
minute.
1417, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
25-6, United
183 heading. Go ahead and reduce our power. Anticipation of the descent coming up. That way we won't get going too fast. Leave the prop mixture where they are for now. There's our V-path enunciation. Top of descent, which is just after the turn. We have the airport in sight out there. Kavu Day. Our turn. We're clear left.
Delta 396, contact Seattle Center 132.07.
132.07, Delta 396.
We've got a heading leg enunciated.
Travis 3431, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
256, 3431.
Okay, we're in the V-path, we're in the descent now. We have about 2.5 minutes till we turn onto the final approach course outside of LAM. Let's switch over to the CTAF. Here comes our turn onto the final approach course. Turning right to the inbound final approach course, 241. We're still in GPS until the final approach fix becomes the active waypoint, which is Netty. We have about a minute and a half to LAM. If we want to cross it to 2,300. According to Gap 2,300.
Spears F 94 Fox, left base 35 Pierce.
Hoquiam traffic bonanza, 46 Foxtrot, 15 mile final runway 24 low approach, Hoquiam. Activate approach mode now. We can go approach flaps. and I'm flying this with the autopilot so that I can monitor the charting. The localizer is identified and it's showing us the correct inbound course. The minimums are set. Almost at land. We'll bring the prop back to 25 for the approach. All our final landing items are complete except for landing gear now. Auto switch to the localizer. We've got green needles. And we're now 5.5 miles, 2 minutes 45 seconds from Netty, leveling out. Our standard config, waiting on the gear. We're slightly above the profile. That's because we only have to lose 200 feet. So the VNAV isn't going to do anything until we capture the glide path, the glide slope, and when it is armed. If we had more to lose, we would have started our descent. Here comes the VNAV queue again. It may give us a slight descent, but it's only 200 feet, so it probably won't give us very much before we capture the glide slope. Vertical track is glide slope is
300 feet about 7 miles south of the field maneuvering.
Hoquiam traffic, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, 7 mile final, low approach runway 24, Hoquiam. 1 mile to the top of descent, 1 minute to Netty. Now we're going to sneak down to the next 200 feet to cross Netty at 2100 as charted. Get the glide slope here in just a moment. Identify for the landing here.
Pierce County traffic, 4725 Delta, departing the pattern to the south.
Glide
Final
slope.
call, Pierce.
Landing gear, taxi light on. 3 green, approach flaps. We're tracking the glide slope and localizer. It's slightly steeper than normal glide slope. It's about, we got the power back just a little bit more to keep us under control, keep the speed under control. Hoquiam traffic, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, now just inside 5 mile final, low approach runway 24 Hoquiam. And the missed approach altitude is 2500. Runway's in sight, we don't need any lights today. I don't see or hear any traffic. We're about 1,200 AGL. do a couple miss on this. Traffic, Bonanza 46 Foxtrot, now about a 2-mile final, runway 24, low approach, Hoquiam. About 600 to go. On speed, on center line, on glide path. Green, approach flaps, mixtures ridge, prop is set for the miss. 200 to go, 300 to go, excuse me. $100 to go. Approaching minimums. Go around mode. Up. Flaps come up. Go to nav. Get airspeed hold. Speed a little bit here. And now we're going out for the miss. Climb to 2,500 to Hoquiam to join the hold. But I think we've seen enough of that. It's working pretty nicely, so what we're going to do is abandon this. We're going to go back into heading mode. Continue our climb back up to 3,500. Turn southeast here.
As you've seen, there's much to like about Garmin SmartCharts. For example, they offer an uncluttered view of the essential information you need to fly your aircraft along a specific route from the initial fix through the missed approach. Compare the FAA chart for the ILS or localizer runway 31 approach at Aberdeen, South Dakota with the SmartCharts presentation after you select OPNA as the initial fix and transition. The Details tab for that procedure in SmartCharts provides all the key information you need to set up for and load that approach. SmartCharts also help you adjust the plan for an approach when important components are inoperative, as for the ILS or localizer runway 20 at Bremerton, Washington. The glide slope is out of service. Select the loc-only version of the procedure and you see only the appropriate MDA for that approach. On the other hand, SmartCharts do not contain some elements, such as timing tables. Granted, in the GPS era, timing tables are usually irrelevant, but for training and practice assuming a GPS outage, for now you'll have to refer to the FAA or Jeppesen chart for that information. My biggest complaint so far is the inability to add notes to a SmartChart. The clear presentation of key information and ability to declutter a chart largely discounts the advantages that annotations offer. But sometimes marking up a chart is valuable. For example, a runway taxiway construction project at my home base, Boeing Field, means one runway and several taxiways are closed. I have annotated the airport diagram to reflect that information. I also like to copy the ATC clearance phone number to airport diagrams or approach charts so that I have the information handy before takeoff and after landing. And when ATC issues alternative missed approach instructions or other changes to a clearance, jotting a note on the chart in front of you is handy. I can't see a quick way to do that with SmartCharts. but so far these are minor issues that I can work around with practice. I plan to continue using SmartCharts to learn how I will have to adapt my procedures and techniques and integrate them into my IFR workflow. For more information about SmartCharts, see the videos Garmin has posted on its website and YouTube channel, and download the guides to the new feature available as PDFs, also on the Garmin website.